Alright guys, we're going on a walk. In my retro Wrangler jeans, the first and last time I'm ever wearing these jeans. And, I mean, just a freak thing, because Dave is having the loved one stated today, which I never would have scrolled down to see the show description, because all I need to see is Dave Huss. I mean, I don't need to see a show description. But I didn't realize that's what it was, but then, honestly, I forgot I even had this jacket. Alright, I'm going to get that bulldog out of that water. Get him out, bulldog. I'm going to turn him into Taser. Sometimes I can't turn him into Taser, though. Alright, if he hits that land and heads right to me, is he going to swim to me? Oh, we got interference here. I'll take him as slow as he possibly can. And I'm going to tell you, what that kind of tells me, I got to ask, not that I'm on speaking terms with dogs, we could ask Greg about that, but it almost is me, as though the pager is being somewhat diffused while it's in the water. Kaiser! 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 So I did start adding my nip right there. Good. Once you got his attention, you got his attention. Alright, let me see if I can get that bulldog out of the water again. I have in the past had to use the nick to get him out of the water. But it does, they claim that the, here we go. Kaiser? Kaiser, good. And that was Kaiser, combination of the pager and the nick. And we're not really where you're going with this, you guys. We're not, oh, I'm going to get the nick, it's going to learn, it's never going to do it wrong. Yeah, all right, wait. Anyway, back to my Angie Marie story. So her business manager that lives in Washington, D.C., I guess Angie Marie tried to take this girl's dog for a walk. And it's a really pretty lab. And apparently didn't get too well. And then when I saw she sent me a picture of it. It had this harness that clips in the front. And I was telling Crystal, I've never known those to work. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to try to reach down here real quick if we keep that up. Scarlett's the one picking on him, though. Alright, let's try to move. I live in the way. I'm in against the bushes house if I'm not here, you guys. Leash! I'll tell you what I did right there, Carol. I peeled him off. You need to be ready at the dog park. I don't know if you saw the video, and let's try to get some more of that today if we can. And Bubbles just does his own. Bubbles lives his own life. I'll tell you what I am. I'm happy to be a freak person in a free land. If you want to know who the Kelly character is, no, that's the real Kelly. I'm just happy to be a free person in a free land. Sure, as soon as the dog gets right here, but Kaiser! Kaiser! So that was a combo of the pager and the nick, but if you think that dog said to himself, you know, I'll never disobey again. We need to build a tree house or something out here, Crystal.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. In summer, they could get tiny houses and move out here.
Yay!
Like those tiny houses they have on the news. And then, like, we could put, well, we'd have to separate you two, those two. All right,
Yeah.
There goes Kaiser, there goes Kaiser. Kaiser! You're going to see that little dog reappear here real quickly. Unless he went, oh, good, good. I was going to say, good boy! Good boy. Good boy. So I'm going to tell you guys at home what that was. That was the nick on high. Pop, pop, pop. The second that dog was out of my sight, and I'm doing that concurrently as I'm calling him, but again, it's happening all so quickly. These nicks are just nanoseconds. Kaiser, you see what that got me? Good. What was I babbling on about?
The tiny houses.
Who cares? Oh, Crystal remembers now because it's her tiny house. Anyway, so yeah. So Summer wants me to get the tiny house for a guest house, so I can tell my parents, that's your room, right up that little ladder. Those poor people, they've already primed me that they can't come visit next year because I got to go to Amanda's wedding, and then Sam's graduating from high school, so they've already prepared me that it's going to take them another year to recover from their last visit. Yay. Yeah, you guys didn't see the family newsletter, and I'm telling Amanda all about the family newsletter. Kaiser! Very, very pretty. Good. We're definitely making enormous progress with this dog, Alicia. Yeah, I gotta ask my brother if he still has that so Amanda can see that newsletter. Kaiser! Good. We'll tell you what we got right here now. We got a little guy that's at the ready. Scarlet, she's just on recess after her change routine thing. And Reesh, I'm gonna tell you, I'm going to, what I want to do with this dog is add the Nick. You know, because he's just getting a little too cocky. I'm gonna let those dogs get out of sight. Scarlet, Kaiser. Good dogs. Let me tell you what I did. I don't know. I should have held the remote up and let you guys see it. Well, let me reenact it. No. Oh, Crystal never saw the $6 million man either. I swear to God, I was telling Jessica and Joshua, they didn't believe me. You guys at home, Carol, I know you've seen that one. Well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he got in some like race car crash or something. And then he had like 2 bionic legs. He only had 1 bionic arm. And then he had like 1 bionic eye. Crystal's like, this is terrifying. And then like he could like look at it like dee. No, I promise you. And then I'm gonna find it. There was a $6 million dog too. Jeez. But then he'd always start running and it'd be like, you know, they put it in slow-mo as a way to denote that like he was doing it real fast, you know, but it'd be like like the $6 million dog, or that thing was only probably like a couple million, but it belonged to the $6 million woman. Yeah, there was one of those too, and I think it was the $6 million man's girlfriend. I mean, that was the only thing that would make sense. And like there was some kid in a car. You know, this was back in the 70s or whatever, where people just left their kid in the car, and Kaiser! I'll show you how to make that little dog reappear. So then the car, like, just the kid, like, messes with the, you know, the clutch or whatever, and so the car just starts, I think it was like in San Francisco or something, you know, just starts rolling down this, you know, getting ready to, you know, roll down this huge hill. And so the bionic dog, she's left it outside this coffee shop or something, sees this, and then takes off after the car, and then grabs the bumper, and it's like dee, you know, and it just like throws the brakes on and stops the whole car. Jeez. You ever see that dog knew how to play tag?
Yeah.
Kaiser! See how I'm just floating this little dog around. Scarlet! Tell you what Scarlet's looking for. Skunks. Bodie! Oh, you see we doubled it out of the bushes. Anyway, that dead armadillo that was there when I went running the other morning was gone, but there was an obvious crime scene all over the road. Let's just put it that way. It was dark, but I could still see it. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys what I did. I would go the other way. I would go this way down the road. If you go this way down the road and then turn on that little side road and go all the way down and go up to 44 and back, it's 2 miles. That's the way I always used to go. Kaiser! Look at him go. So just as a change of pace, Saturday morning or whatever, I decided to go that way. What am I, out of my mind? I don't know how I ran that. I mean, it was so dark and scary. I'm like, but you know, once I got going, I was like, you know, all right, get on that. Kaiser! I'm going to tell you what that tells me right there, that I need to add my nick next time because it was almost not enough. It was so dark. And the road isn't completely even. I'm going to call him with my nick this time. Kaiser! Good. Good. Get my advantage to move away a little bit. Anyway, once I got going, you know, it just got scarier and scarier, but, you know, but I'm not, you know, I said, I know because that's the way it works. If you just quit, or if you just don't do the whole 2 miles, or you just don't, it's all downhill from there. You have to do it every time. You know, if you just stop, you know, just don't go. Mark knows. Mark's a runner. Scarlett! So I had no choice. I knew that if I ran all the way to the end, that it would be the 2 miles, and I could just run back and vow never to go that way again. Oh my God, it was terrifying. It was so dark. It was pitch dark. It must have been no moon or something. I couldn't see anything. I'll tell you what, Ellie and Andre liked it though. Kaiser! Kaiser! Good boy. So I definitely added my nick right there. Because let me tell you what, when we run on this way, they kind of drag along. I told him, I said, you know, until it's the way home, then they're... Look out. Wow. What you don't want is it. Bodie! Bodie! Down. You need to shut that down. Oh, Rishi. Rishi's a little nudge. Yes, he is. He's a nudge. He's a nudge. All right, were those banana nut cupcakes great? I mean,
yeah.
Banana nut bread.
Those were good.
Let me tell you what. The next thing we need to make is they have these like cookie dough waffle things you can make. I'm telling you. Remember you guys all through, oh look, they're modeling the behavior. This is what dogs do. Remember how I told you guys my, you know, my parents, or you know, my mother, because my mother's a gourmet cook, but their memories of my childhood and mine don't seem to jibe up. It's like we're living completely different worlds. Anyway, so I said, remember those wontons we used to make? This was when I lived with my parents when I was in college. My sister was in high school. And we would make these amazing wontons that were deep fried, and then there would always be some left over. You could make them the next day. My mother has no recollection of these wontons. So no. She knows nothing of any wontons. And then, so she looks in her recipe thing, because she has these like massive recipes and stuff that she's created. And I was like, no, these wontons are nowhere to be found.
Oh, man.
So then, after I thought about it, I said, I think that we made the recipe that was on the back of the wontons, which, you know, I told you how my mom is about cake mixes. So she wasn't buying that one. But, you know, there's no... I don't know. I want the wontons. Kaiser! Hey, he's doing great. This little shepherd. All right, guys, we got to go get the next group out. Bye, guys.